Hey there guys, this is Robin Hood, and today I'm going to be bringing you another replay here in Total War Rome 2. This time I actually got on with Mikenuge, hadn't played with him in a while, and it was his first time back in Total War in several months there. But I'm going to be playing as Galatia, he's playing as Carthage, and our opponents are Mask Man Marks playing as the Swaby, and Dirty Pro Shoot. And he's going to be playing as Rome, so we'll go ahead and take a look at this replay. You can see my army here on the left. I've got four of, I believe they're the Noble Cavalry. Depends on what they're called for each Barbarian faction, but pretty much the same thing there. Noble Cavalry or Noble Riders, one of those. Skirmishing's not that strong because Galatia really doesn't have that much good skirmishing. They don't have good archers. Their slingers are really low end, so I went ahead and went with their javelins. Celtic skirmishers, I believe they're called. Anyways, here I can actually now show you the army. So yeah, four of the Celtic skirmishers, there those guys are. Down in front, that's my skirmishing. They are followed by three Levy Freemen. These guys, very, very weak unit, but you can see they've got that 25 bonus versus large. I don't expect them to actually do anything, but they should deter a cavalry charge from the front, and if anything, they'll be able to slow it down long enough for my Celtic skirmishers to get out of the way. I've got a fourth one of those guys just in the back, just in case, send it where I need it. My main infantry corps here is four of these Galatian legionaries. Those guys there looking very nice. This is a very, very good unit for the cost. I believe they're 800, I'm not quite sure, but very solid unit there. Best sword unit that the Galatia here has. And then on my left flank I've got naked swords, and on the right flank I have got a Galatian sword unit. So these guys are a little bit cheaper. I put a little bit of upgrades into them, and those are my faster flanking units. And then it was Nobel Horse. I've got four of them, one of which is my general. And then real quickly, I'm going to slow this down. I'm actually going to pause it real quickly, just to show you guys. Mike here has several mercenary Balearic slingers, three of them, followed by some pikemen. He's got three African pikemen, and then four Libyan infantry. And then I believe two Sacred Band, but I could be wrong. Maybe just one there. I see one. And then first cavalry, two Carthaginian cavalry, and two of the Noble Cavalry, one of which is his general unit there. Those guys looking very, very nice. And then now we can take a look at my opponent's army. So Rome and the Swaby here are kind of intermixed. Right now, these sword masters of the Swaby are taking some fire from the slings. The slingers and Mikenuge there. Losing a few guys, no real damage here. This is a pretty well armored unit there, so it's not going to do that much, but it is going to cause him to start advancing towards me, and he will be into this slinger fire here soon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send forward my naked sword unit, and, well, I said that weird, naked sword unit, I said like sword. Interesting. Anyways, naked swords going forward. They're going to stop the spear levy coming forward. I don't want these guys to get into my lines, and they really are just a distraction for his main infantry to approach, and so I am letting my skirmishers fall back and forming a spear wall with my Levy Freemen. That'll just slow things down a little bit. My naked sword unit absolutely destroying that spear levy. But anyways, here we've got two wolf warriors coming forward, or a wolf warrior and a sword master, and my opponent has three sword masters. These guys are really, really sturdy units, and they are definitely better than my Galatian legionaries, yet that is what I'm going to fight them with, just since that is the sturdiest sword unit that I have. Now this is the real killing power in his army over here. These four units of berserkers, and he was waiting, hoping to get them around my flank, but what's going to happen here, if we look, they're caught out in the open, and I've got my melee cavalry here. These guys are going to plow into these berserkers. The berserkers do not have a ton of armor. My cavalry have a bonus versus infantry, and they are going to start racking up the kills. So you can see here these guys getting taken down. This is a major, major blow to my opponent's army. He can't really counter this, and these are some very expensive units and very effective units going down the drain here. they're getting a few kills, but overall my cavalry is cleaning up, and they're going to end up winning this. Now he is getting some flanking here with sword masters. I'm charging in my other noble horse here. That's my general unit into these guys, and once again, my noble horse should do fairly well, especially with the backup of these Celtic skirmishers firing in. And my Galatian legionaries cleaned up that unit of wolf warriors there. They're going to start coming over to help. And in the middle, of course, the sword masters are holding out well against my infantry. It's going to take a while to kill them, and they will actually win this fight in an extended amount of time. But I'm going to fight to make sure they don't have that. You can see over here another swordmaster unit, this time engaged with a little bit of Libyan infantry, and I've also got a unit of Galatian swords charging over here. Rome got kind of blobbed up here, and now they are getting rear charged by not only Carthaginian cavalry, but my Galatian swords. So, yeah, Rome got pretty slaughtered in this fight. But over on my end, the biggest factor was taking out those berserkers, and I'm sacrificing one unit of noble horse to hold these two noble riders here. That allowed my noble horse that was fighting the berserkers to move out of that fight, and now they're going to get a charge. This noble rider unit's going to try to escape. I'm also bringing over some Galatian legionaries and my levy freemen, and over here getting a rear charge on these sword masters with my general unit. He, of course, then is getting charged by the noble riders of the Suebi, but at this point those sword masters are going to rout, and my lions are going to be able to hold. As you can see, in comes my levy freemen, and these guys, they will slowly, over time, kill down these noble riders, or heroic riders. Yeah, those guys getting tumbled off of their horses there. So pretty soon here, the Suebi general is going to die. The last unit of noble riders over here, once again getting taken down by my levy freemen. That guy was one of my guys there biting the dust, but there goes his horses there. And you can see the Roman infantry again completely surrounded. This is not a situation you ever really want to be in. His men are just going to start mass routing, and his cavalry here just got charged in the front by my Galatian legionaries and in the flank by my noble horse. Those guys still going strong there, 130 kills on that unit. So these guys are going to go ahead and rout and take heavy losses doing so. So definitely my opponent's biggest problem was that his berserkers ended up getting caught by my cavalry. That was the one unit that really could destroy them, and as you can see here, limited dead horses, tons of dead berserkers. Aside from that, his swordmasters actually made some decent headway, and with the support of the berserkers, he might have been able to wrap around and destroy my flank and win that. But that didn't happen because of my cavalry. Rome could have definitely done a lot of things better. Blobbing up and getting trapped and surrounded is not a very sound strategy, but of course that's why we focused on my side of the battle, and now it's just a matter of my noble horse chasing down these last Balearic slingers of the Romans. But that's pretty much the game. They're going to go ahead and rout there. Some of my Celtic skirmishers catching up as well. The Roman general is just kind of derping about over here. But at that point, the game is going to end. So we will look at the statistics for that battle. You can see I did take some losses, close to 800, but managed to kill 1,314. And the Suebi army there, you can see, is pretty much completely destroyed. Yeah, it doesn't show remaining, but I almost completely annihilated that entire force, especially those swordmasters and berserkers. Those guys just melted. And of course, Rome getting surrounded as well. Oh, it does, yeah, losses there. 1,080 of them killed out of 1,260. But anyways, guys, good game to my opponent. Good game to Mike. It was nice playing with him again. You can see cavalry there doing the best. And surprisingly, of my swords, the Galatian legionaries, like I said, very sturdy, strong unit, but they were also fighting the sword masters, so they did well for doing that. My two cheap sword units actually, for the most part, doing the best in this battle, though. Definitely, they got the most kills there. So those guys ended up paying off well for me. Very limited investment in them, and they more than did their job, especially this unit of Galatian swords coming into the back of the Romans there. But once again, good game to our opponents. Hope you all enjoyed that video. I have one or two more replays to show you guys, and I think I have an old Napoleon Total War one that I jumped on Napoleon and saw it, and it was with Mike from a while back, and I never actually commentated it, so I'll take a look at that here soon. Anyways, I will see you all next time with more.